Hi, this is Mark with RawNutrition.com. In this video, I'll be making a juice with the Hurom Elite Slow Juicer. This is the model HHSBB11, so this juicer turns at 43 revolutions per minute. I've got selected today some cabbage. I'll be doing a cabbage juice, which cabbage is very good for digestion, good for any stomach issues like ulcers and things like that. Just a few pieces of celery and a little bit of kale just to make it a little darker green. Now this juicer turns at 43 revolutions per minute, so a very nice slow process, definitely a cold process, and it'll go in and crush and squeeze the most juice out with this auger here. So you do have an auger with a dual blade here on top, so two blades. As it turns, it does cut more of the fruits and vegetables and breaks it all down. Brings it all down to the bottom of the auger here, where that is really tight up next to the screen and then pushes out the juice through the screen. Also, this juicer has a pulp control lever, which I found to really yield the most juice compared to other juicers, because you can control this. You can put it in this half open position where there's some pressure, or you can push it all the way to the closed position where it's really holding up the most pressure against the outlet. And this juicer has a really small outlet hole, very hard even to show on the camera, but it's a small little hole, less than a ½ inch wide and like about a little more than an eighth, but it's not very big. It's just a tiny little hole where all the pulp gets pushed out. But there's a fair bit of pressure inside the juice, so that really pushes it out because of that pressure built up. And let me get this back here lined up properly. I guess that should go back to the old process. There we go. Put the juicing bowl on top. The juice position. Alright, we are set up again to juice. Always best to install it in the subsequent order, where you put your juice bowl, your juice screen, and so on into your auger cover. Okay, so I'll turn the juicer on and we'll start making some cabbage juice. I've got my juice cap open, and I may need to use a little pusher or load to push the larger pieces in. Now the Hurom Elite doesn't have a very large outlet. Maybe one little drawback with this juicer, you're going to have some tabs that reduce the size. So you do need to cut things a little smaller than you would with most other juicers. But the advantage is that lever that really yields the most juice. And when using the juice pulp or the control outlet here, you can make sure you've always got some pulp flowing out. So in this case, it is flowing out. I don't need to worry about it. I do have it on a maximum closed juice position, so I can leave it there. If ever I saw pulp wasn't coming out, I want to open that a bit to make sure I've got some pulp coming out and the juicer doesn't stop because it's blocked up with pulp. As you can see, it's processing this pretty quickly. And before adding more, I always make sure the auger has finished processing. Not to overload the juicer. If you just overstuff it, basically you'll have to stop and go reverse and then go forward again if you overstuff your juicer. I do find this model compared to others does tend to stop a little more easily, and most probably because of the higher amount of pressure and pulp buildup inside. A little more sensitive when you overfeed it to stopping. But once you've had it, you've been using it regularly, you really get used to how much it can handle. There you have it. I processed everything that was on my plate here. The juicer still has some produce inside and it's still crushing and squeezing the juice out of that. I can let it run for maybe 10 seconds more and get the most juice out that's left inside it. You also have the juice cap that you can close and keep anything in there, and the juice will, whatever's left will still flow into there, and you can open up again and get that out. But it's pretty strong juice. Not everybody likes straight cabbage juice, so here, put a few pieces of celery, and we'll see what this looks like, or what this tastes like. So definitely a very nice juice color. And I like cabbage juice, very nice and smooth. Some people find it a little hard. I mean, you could flavor it with, even put a carrot in there too. But even on its own, I find it very good and very refreshing. Well, again, this is Mark with RawNutrition.com. Be sure to check us out online and subscribe to our videos here on YouTube for more product demonstrations.